Hi, you guys. Hi. Welcome to day 203. This is great. I'm so excited to have you back here today. And I know yesterday I told you we would be talking about some of the benefits of being a travel agent, the perks, and also how you can help others while being a travel agent. So, okay, let's talk about that. I want to just get right into it. So, I know we talked a little bit about how we can book travel as travel agents, but let me just quickly go over that because we can book on our personal website that we get when we become travel agents. That's just part of your enrollment. We can book off-site with any vendor. This is just a recap from yesterday. Off-site with any vendor who we want. We can call them on the phone. I guess no one does this anymore, right? This isn't a phone. It's like this now. We can call them on the phone, or we can book online. So we have a lot of options on how to book. And you know what? The beauty of this business is that you can do it from literally anywhere that there's an internet connection. Now that's pretty amazing and pretty special. You can be sitting on the beach in Belize. As long as you have an internet connection, you can certainly work your business. Now, I don't know if I would want to be distracted while sitting on the beach in Belize, but you can, and that's the good point, right? That's what we're talking about here. So this business is completely mobile. Now, when we moved to Idaho about 6 or 7 years ago, and when we moved here, we just up and moved. My husband and I, neither of us had jobs here, and so it was really difficult to start making an income once we moved here because we couldn't find any jobs that paid decent or that were even nearby. So, if I had had this job at the time, I could have just picked up my trusty laptop and my smartphone and, continued on with business as normal in my new home. And I really wish I had had that at that time because that was a stressful period trying to find jobs and stuff. So keep that in mind when you're considering being a travel agent, and, know that if you're going on a trip for a week, a month, 6 months, you can still work your business. You're not going to be, not bringing any income. You won't be grounded by that. Now, the things that we can book flights, cars, vacation packages, which I love because they give fantastic commission. We can help our customers get passports and get a commission off of that. We can book resorts, we can book concerts, we can book sporting events. We can also book insurance for our customers. When they travel, we can provide them traveler's insurance, which is highly recommended, for many reasons, but that's a whole different topic. Now, of course, we can book activities, like Polynesian Cultural Center in Hawaii. We can book that and we can get a commission off of that. So that's cool. And we can also book shore excursions for cruises. Sky's the limit, my friends. We can book concerts. I have a friend right now, Jill, who's on her way to see the Pink concert. And those kind of tickets we can book and gain a commission off of that, whether it's for ourselves or for a customer. So that's cool. That's way cool. Now, we do have a lot of preferred partners, and we can use any vendor that we want when we book. Any vendor in the whole wide world. We can book, and speaking of the whole wide world, we can book anywhere in the world. We're not limited to any location that we can book or any vendor, so that's pretty awesome. Now, I don't know, we book with Disney, we book with Carnival Cruise Lines, we book with Apple Vacations, Club Med, Trafalgar, any vendor. We can certainly book with them and gain a commission, and that's cool. We have a lot of preferred partners with our business, and we have a close relationship with them. They like when we book with them. Obviously, everyone wins, so they like it when we call and talk to them about booking our travel. Now, as far as the education goes with being a travel agent, I touched on this just a tiny bit yesterday, but there is no school you have to go to. You don't have to. You can sit at home in your pajamas and, learn this business easy. It is. It's no harder than learning any other task or skill. You just got to, hook up to that training and go with it. So, we are trained to sell recess. How cool is that, right? That's pretty awesome. There's no classrooms. We have tons of fun when we do these trainings. It's a lot of fun. There's one on with the Carnival Cruise Line, the training where you have to do crossword puzzles and things like that. So, they try to make it fun. They don't want to make it totally dreary, so you're zoned out when you're doing your training, right? Now, when you enroll, like I mentioned, you get your own website, and in that website, in the back office, that's after you've logged in, there's a training, Travel University in the back office there. So that'll give you quick starts on how to start booking hotels, how to book car rentals, cruises, anything you need to learn how to book. The information is there in the back office. There's a little video, and then there's a quiz afterwards, just, to make sure that you're learning all the information. But then beyond that, once you finish that little bit of training in your back office, it's totally up to you what you want to train on from that point out. You can go and you can train with any vendor that, you know, catches your eye. There's like Omni, Marriott Hotels, I know I've mentioned Disney, Princess Cruise Line. And the fantastic thing about this is not only are you learning more about that particular vendor and what they have to offer, but a lot of them offer incentives for doing the training. I mentioned my Princess Cruise that I got, right? And so there's a lot of vendors that do that. I know with Marriott, when you finish your Marriott training, you are able to get discounted Marriott hotels for the entire year. And my husband and I went to Orlando, and we stayed in a Marriott, and the rate was meant to be $193 pre-tax for that hotel room. And because I had done that training with Marriott, I got the room for $44 a night. So that was pretty awesome. I mean, you know, you can save a lot of money by being a travel agent, especially if you're doing your own travel. Now, you can become a specialist in things. For example, a Jamaica specialist, a Puerto Rico specialist. You can be a specialist in cruises. And, you know, it's really great to specialize in some type of travel when you start, because if you're like, I'm going to book everything and I'm going to book it all, it can be very overwhelming at first, especially if you're new to booking online and things like that. So we recommend that you focus on maybe, you know, 2 to 3 types of travel that you want to really focus in on, whether it be cruises, all-inclusives maybe, tours, you know, like self-guided tours, there's those as well. Disney specialist, Amanda. And so you can do whatever specialty you want, and then you post online and say, hey, I'm a specialist. I've got a degree at Disney. I've got a degree with Norwegian Cruise Line, which I got today. I finally graduated Norwegian Cruise Line, so that's cool. I get a free cruise from them too. You can tell I like the free cruises. Who wouldn't, right? So when I started, I really was like, I'm going to book everything. And that's why I'm telling you this, because at first I'm like, my head was spinning, you guys. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to focus. And finally I'm like, okay, I registered for 1 million vendors and I'm using 4 of them. So I'm going to focus on what those 4 are and spread those others, the other 1 million, off to the side, because they weren't benefiting me in my business. So once I figured out a direction I wanted to go, it made a world of difference. And so I encourage you to consider that. You know, when you enroll, consider that and just kind of focus on what intrigues you, what you like to sell. I like to sell all-inclusives, and I like to sell Hawaii. Hawaii because I live there, and, you know, I've got personal information that I can give to clients about traveling there. So that's kind of why I like to focus on those. And all-inclusives, they're just awesome, because then you can just go there and eat all you want and not have to, you know, carry your wallet around with you. I like that. Now, I do want to talk about some of the perks of being a travel agent, other than the cheap, you know, the cheaper rates for traveling. You know, of course, we do get those lower fares, but we're able to do things like ship inspections. So let's say you go to on a cruise. And in fact, you don't even have to be going on the cruise. You just call the person at the specific cruise line and you say, hey, I know you've got ships in this port in Florida, and I would really love to come do a ship inspection. And what that is it takes you behind the scenes, and you can see things that normal passengers, you know what I mean, non-agent passengers, you get to see things that they're not able to access. So that's a perk of being a travel agent, and I love behind-the-scenes stuff. So when I heard about this, I was like, awesome, I'm going to do every one of those I can, and, you know, just totally soak it all in. And sometimes you can get upgrades. We do have this thing called a CLIA card. It's normally $110 a year, but because we work under a host agency, and they have so much volume with CLIA, we're able to get that card for $65 a year. And that CLIA card can get you free parking at ports, which we all know is very expensive, much more than $65 a year. And, you know, if you flash this CLIA card, basically what it is saying, hey, I'm a legit travel agent. Here's my card. It has your picture on it. Hey, in fact, I'm wearing this shirt in my CLIA card picture. But, you know, you show this card, and my friend Cindy, she had her card, and she went and got a car rental. She just booked the economy one, and when she got there, she showed her CLIA card, and they upgraded her car for free. So there's things like that that we can get to for being a travel agent. And, you know, I think I really love knowing that there's so much possibility out there. I'm not limited in any way while being a travel agent. You know, if I did want to focus on 1 million different avenues, I could. Now, I want to tell you how I would do a quote for a person. Okay, so this is how you are a travel agent. And you guys, it is so simple. It's so simple. You know, the first thing I do is I put myself in the place of my client. I always want to make sure that, you know, all the bases are covered and that they're comfortable and confident in knowing what I have booked for them. So very first interaction with my customer, when they tell me they want to take a trip, I ask them, who are the travelers? How many? What are their birthdays? And, you know, write this down, because if they're a future client for you, you don't want to be asking them, hey, when's your birthday every single time, because you should have that in your file. So you want to ask them what type of trip they want, a cruise, an all-inclusive, just a hotel. You know, find that information out. Where do they want to go, obviously? And another important thing is to find out where they don't want to go. That can tell you just as much as asking them where they do want to go. Now, another thing that's important to ask is, are they flexible with their dates? Because sometimes when you're going to book a flight, for example, or even a hotel, you'll notice that certain dates are more expensive than others. You know, weekends on hotels are more expensive, things like that. So if they're on a budget and they need to have a flexible, or you know, a lower cost of a trip, find out if they can change their dates, and you can accommodate their budget within different dates. So that's pretty cool. Now, I really love that we can tailor these vacations to our customers. It's just really important to know that I have their best interest at heart. I'm making sure they're not stuck at the airport without transport to their hotel or their cruise port. You know, I make sure every step of the way they have exactly what they need, and give them extras if they want, you know, like activities and things like that on their vacation. Another thing that's really important and really special for my clients is that I can offer them payment plans. You know, if you go and book on Expedia or something like that, you're paying all of it right now. Well, when you're booking with a travel agent, you can make payments. You know, there'll be a deposit amount you have to pay, and then you can make payments. And that's cool. It really makes travel seem more affordable if you're not having to pay $5,000 the second out of your pocket. You know, if you can spread it out over a year, if you're planning ahead, that really makes travel very affordable. And you know, this business, it's very simple. It really is. Like, so I get all that information from my client that I just mentioned, and then all I have to do is go in or call the vendor and I say, hey, this is my client, this is the hotel they want, this is the flight they want, here's their names, their birthdays, their credit card information. That is it. Now really, that's no different than you booking for yourself, other than you using a different, you know, putting a different name and a different credit card number. It's so simple. It really is so simple. And you could work it around your schedule. If you're a busy soccer mom or a dad who's working full time and goes and plays ball, basketball with his buddies in the night, you can still do this business, because you can do it in little snippets of your time, 15 minutes here and there. It's really, really easy to do that. My daily routine as a travel agent is, and I'm also a recruiter, so things are a little bit, there's a few more added things in there, but as a travel agent, I get up and you know what, getting up, let me just say something here. I get up when I feel like it. I get up when the sun comes up. I do not set an alarm clock. I get up when I feel like it. I stay in my pajamas all day sometimes, and I make money while I'm in my pajamas. And so, it's not like there's just so much flexibility. I don't have to drive my car anywhere. I have no commute other than my bed to my desk. I don't have to pay to put gas in my car to go to work. I don't have to pay for work attire that's suitable for my job. I can do this job so inexpensively and make a great income. So keep that in mind too. Waking up to the sun is way better than waking up to an alarm clock, right? Now, okay, so I wake up, right? I do my morning thing with my daughter, we play, whatever, and then I get down to business and get on my computer. I will first answer any messages that I have from people, get that conversation going, because sometimes they can't answer right away and it takes all day for them to respond. So I'll answer emails, messages on Facebook, and then I will get to the quotes that I have. I'll typically focus on the ones that are traveling the soonest and get those quotes out to them, and also follow up with people who have already done quotes for, and then, book the ones who are ready. Easy. It's as easy as that. And then, I take a break, I go play with my daughter, we'll go for a walk, whatever. It's pretty awesome. A lot of my time is spent recruiting, and that's where I present the business to other people and let them know that they can do this business as well. But as far as a travel agent goes, that's what I do. I have files, and I keep everything straight, so I know what I've offered to my client already, what they like, what they don't like, all those kind of things. I have a personal file for everybody. So, there's no schooling, Google's going to be your best friend. TripAdvisor, your team that you're part of, because you'll be on a team whether or not you're a recruiter. They're all going to be your best friends, because if you have someone that says, I want to go to the middle of Africa, and I've never been to the middle of Africa, I've got some people on my team that, well, there's 22,000 agents within this host company. So there's someone out there, I guarantee you, who has been to Africa or who knows how to book going to Africa, right? So you're never left alone. You're never left just like, ugh, what do I do next? Because there's always going to be somebody who can, reach out to you and help you. So, I mean, the qualifications of being a travel agent are, have you ever booked for yourself before or friends? Right there, you're already overqualified. Basically, you're a travel agent, just not getting paid, right? And, another qualification is, do you have a passion to help people? I really, really love that I can help people. Not only start their own business, but I love that I can take these dream vacations they have in their head and in their hearts, and I can make it real. Sometimes people are so overwhelmed with the planning aspect of a trip that they never start and they never do it and they never get that dream to become real. And so I love that I can help them in that way. And I do have a passion for that. It makes me so excited when someone's like, yes, let's book it. I'm so excited to visit this or that place. And I'm like doing a happy dance for them inside because they're getting what they want and what they need, And this business is totally possible for even someone who has never booked in their whole life, because we have the tools and we have the training and we have the support to help you along the way. So don't ever feel like, oh, I've never booked anything, I've never been anywhere. That doesn't matter, because we've got the training, through the different vendors. We can be certified, like I mentioned, for Jamaica. There's so many places we can get certified for. So don't feel like if you've never traveled or ever booked that you cannot do this, because you really can, okay? Now, I forgot to tell you. Well, I haven't forgotten, but it's time to tell you the secret word. I told you the one yesterday, right? So the secret word for today is your, Y-O-U-R. Okay? Not Y-O-U''R-E, Y-O-U-R. Got it? Okay, that's your second word. You're going to get the third one tomorrow. Okay, now everyone always asks me, how do I find my clients if I start being a travel agent? How do I find my clients? Well, I've got some news for you. Social media. Social media is where I find 70%, if not more, of my clients. Now, when I started this, like I mentioned, I'm in a tiny town in Idaho, and it's like 500 people in my town. So if I relied on just the people I saw on a day-to-day basis, face-to-face, my client base would get extinguished pretty quick, So I reach out on social media, and when I first started booking, the majority of the bookings I did were from people I never even met, never spoke to. In fact, some of them I booked and never spoke to them at all. We just communicated through email and through Messenger. So that was, that's pretty cool that we have that at our disposal, And we can make the business pages on Facebook. We can do lives, which are a really great way to get exposure. We can go to events like wedding, what are they called? Wedding, what's the word I'm looking for? You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm totally drawing a blank, but you can go to like home shows and things like that, which are really good because there's typically not many travel agents at home shows, but things like that, bridal shows. And, we can reach all across the nation with social media, so it's really nice that we can, always refer back to that. But back to like local things, home shows, you can put business cards on bulletin boards, you can put flyers on people's cars, you can advertise in the newspaper. Any of those traditional type of advertising, you can certainly do that. Now, another thing I want to show you is with our vendors, they send us these different mailings out completely free. And so if you were to be doing a booth or something, all this information that they send you would be fantastic for a booth. But it's totally free. You can order as much as you want. It's things like this. Like you can see these are postcards from Norwegian, whole stack of them. You can get things like that. Cruise brochure, showing you all about what's on the cruise, the ship layout, things like that. Showing you, this is kind of hard to see, but different rooms and things like that on cruises. You'll get brochures like this, Vacation Express. This is one of our preferred vendors. Fantastic. They have chartered flights, which are really helpful. Look at that, Universal Studios. You guys, I got all of these for free and like stacks of them, Universal Studios. And so you can customize it back here. You can write your business name in and give it to clients so they can know how to get back to you. They send you things like this for your desk, calendars. They send you maps of the parks. They send you brochures, and all this stuff is fantastic to give away to your clients at shows, through the mail, whatever way you choose, because they've got something physical that, you know, that refers you back to them. This is Disney Adventures. This is Disney Cruise Line brochure. This is Walt Disney World. And they also will send you things like, watch this. Watch this. Posters. Full-on posters. If you're a poster person, check out that. That's pretty cool. And I mean, I've got gobs of them. Look at this. There's so many posters. Here's one for this is cool. This one's really cool. I'll show you. See that? The Pandora World. Cool, huh? Way cool. So things like that. So you can hang them up in your office and get inspired and you know, have fun having that kind of thing that you can give out, and totally free. You don't even have to pay shipping, okay? Now, people ask me, oh, what age of a person can do this job? Anyone can do this job. You can be fresh out of high school and do this job. You can be 90 years old and do this job. You can be a midlife person like me and do this job. So don't think that you have to be any certain age or any certain anything to do this, okay? You just have to have ambition and desire. So let me tell you about how we get paid. I already talked about the commission situation last night, but the way we get paid is once the person takes the trip is when we get paid. So let's say that I book someone's cruise today, but they're not cruising until August. I won't get paid for that specific cruise until August. So at the start, it is a little slow to get your income coming in because you've got to wait for the people to take the cruise. So just keep that in mind. But I mean, it's not a big deal once you get rolling and you get the, you know, continuous bookings, then you'll have that money coming into you often, and it's nice. We do get paid once a month with the travel agent side, and then I get paid 5 times a month with the recruiting side. So that's cool. Now, a good thing too with this business is you can just start somewhere, and you can totally earn money while you are learning your business. You don't have to know it all to start. You know, nobody possibly could. So you just start, and you start, we call it earn and learn, right? Earn and learn. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty great. So don't be afraid. Whoops. Don't be afraid. Now, I have mentioned a little bit that you can build a team of travel agents beneath you and get paid for them. And I do get paid 5 times a month doing that side of the business. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that tomorrow. But, you know, just helping others is just what it's all about for me. I love it. I love getting them on their own paths to freedom, their own vacation to freedom. It's so, so nice, okay? So I really love, too, that I can provide my client vacation deals and packages that are only available to us as travel agents. So they're not going to find that deal anywhere online, ever, no matter how hard they try, because they can't log into this specific website that's only for agents. So that's pretty cool, too. Now, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I hope this has helped you understand a little bit more about what I do on a daily basis. You know, it's the same thing over every day, and, you know, do the bookings, do the messages, do the quotes, do some training when I'm not too busy with the bookings, and just earn as I learn. Earn as I learn. I really love it. You know, I welcome all of you to send me any questions. There's no question off limits. Nothing is taboo or dumb or anything like that. I would genuinely want to know what questions you guys have so I can, you know, better deal with other customers and other people in the future. So any feedback you have for me is very welcome. So go ahead and send me messages here on this, on the event, or you can go ahead and send them to me in Messenger as well. And if you have any issues sending me messages in the Messenger, let's see, I was going to give you my phone number. You can call me because I've had some weird glitches with my Facebook lately. So just post on my wall if you are unable to message me on Messenger, and we'll make sure we fix that glitch, okay? So thank you so much for joining in tonight. I hope you do see the benefit and the capabilities of helping people while being a travel agent. You know, just have a passion for something in your life. And if travel is something you have a passion for, this is a fantastic business for you to do. Because not only are you helping other people, but you're helping yourself travel more and better too. So I thank you for joining in. I appreciate, like I say, all your input, all your feedback, all your interest. It's so special to me to see you guys on here. So thank you. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow night, same time, same place, with some more information to you know, help round out the presentation and the event. So thank you again, and have a great evening. We will be talking to you soon.